Alright, hello and welcome to episode 1 of my Wizard of Legend playthrough. So this game's been out not too long, but also like it's not like it came out particularly recently, like a few weeks ago I think it came out. And I'm going to be playing it because I picked it up and I enjoyed it. It seems like it's a bit of a short focused game, really, because like, unlike games like Isaac, because it's a roguelike and all that, so I'm going to compare it to Isaac, like everyone always does. It doesn't seem that like buying any of these upgrades permanently change your future runs. So I've played 2-3 hours of the game before I restarted it for on camera, which is literally going to make no difference to how far I can make it in the game, because other than some of these being strictly better, none of these like upgrade or anything permanent, so in the long run you end up with the same powers so I just bought the fire dash because from my little experience the dashes are extremely worth upgrading. So we now have at least 3 Arcana worth of attacks, but basically like normal dashes, because this is just a normal dash I'm doing right now, doesn't do anything, so it's just always better to have any type of dash that's better than that. Shock, they're all pretty terrible. And I have the museum ticket, so we're going to upgrade that to Frost, because I mean the Frost is better than the ticket that does literally nothing. But yeah, like, so there's no real progression in the game. Like, you unlock the ability to start with a different starting relic, but it makes no actual difference. Like, it's not like you at some point upgrade so you can have one of each type of starting relic or anything like that. It's just purely if you like that relic or you think that relic is better than another type of relic, you can buy it. It's a bit like there's no succession to the progression, so you get better as a player, not from your items. Whereas a game like Isaac, you unlock better items, and there's certain items that are like so much better than any other item. Oh, fuck, I just dove into a pit. But it should be a nice little series to play, because I can't bring myself to play Sam anymore, so I need a second slot game. And this game seems like, unlike Sam, isn't going to take an hour to record a single video. And I should be able to ride it like fucking hell, relative newness for a little bit. So, the furthest I've made it so far in the game is just past the second boss. I've never made it through I think the second floor of the, or even if I don't think I've made it through the first floor of the second, after the second boss, or after the first boss. Oh god, my brain. So, more or less, because I've played it already, I know some of the Arcana strategies, like some of the ones that in my opinion are just flat better than others. Because anything that pushes, when there's these pits that really don't make any sense to me, why they put them just randomly in corridors and shit like this, because you can't walk into them, so it's not like to keep you paying attention to the game. And all they do is fucking piss me off when I accidentally jump into them, and of course tried to blow them up to not get hit by them. But yeah, there's just arguably better Arcana out there than the starting stuff, which should always be the case. But it's not like the starting stuff gets upgraded or anything. With the buying upgrades, it's purely like you get better at the game, and based on your style, unlock Arcana that you like, not Arcana that are actually better in any way. Okay, knock this guy into a pit. So I don't know how many runs I'll do in an episode. I guess it just really depends on if the episode's like 5 minutes long, then I'll do 2, and if it's half an hour long per run, I'll do 1. I might even break some up, like if I beat the second boss or something. But like, I doubt I'm gonna get very far on this first few, because I've got the basic Arcana, which really are just as good as any other, but I'm just, like, they're not my style of Arcana, so I'm going to quickly unlock the other stuff. Like I unlocked the dash, because being able to leave a trail of fire is mildly overpowered compared to not being able to leave a trail of fire and simply just dashing. But, you know, as you can see, I'm like 87% of the way through the first floor and haven't even gone above half health. Somehow I unlocked you without actually going there. Give me one of your Arcana. I mean, sure. I'm game. Okay, let's try and win it back. Or something better. What I do like, though, is a lot of the Arcana just fit in these Final Four slots down here. Like, they're... So it took one of my Final Four, and they're... So I'm assuming it can't take these, but it just replaced it. Which means that, like, in really it took the one I liked the most out of all of the ones that I had, but it's not like it's going to take one away and not give me back something I can use. Though I believe it can give you a basic attack back, so you can lower your DPS significantly, or not at all. I thought there was supposed to be 3 portals, but I don't... Oh, right, it's over there. But yeah, there's these pits that are just sort of laying around seem kind of arbitrary, like they're just there for you to accidentally misdash into. The ones in the rooms make sense, because there are obstacles in the room, but the ones in the corridors are like, just for when you fuck up your dash. Ooh, that amulet. Let's take that, because that's extra damage. Yes, increases all damage dealt. This is where, like, me playing the game is going to give me a slight edge over having never seen it, because I also know that this allows me to block projectiles with that attack, your basic Arcana. But yeah, I basically took the best one there. Just a flat damage up, no downside, no penalties or anything. Also, this thing looks like it's going to be awesome. This shield that I just picked up. Now the trick is going to be to use it effectively. Okay, and dodge around, and... Okay, apparently I'm doing terrible at dodging. Okay, so we're going to right click every time we want to block some damage. So yeah, these shields seem like they're going to be very helpful. In that I can do this. Oh wow, you just shot straight through it. Okay. But the ability to just like run up to him with a block, clear the first stage with half health, which I mean in some cases is pretty bad, but considering that most of the time I get through and I've bought a health potion at this point, it's not bad. Okay. Also, I'm gonna have a slight disadvantage because I've only got one ice attack on the fire levels. And it's sort of that whole, like, it's all about building for what you're going to fight. Which is another thing that's sort of like the Arcana. When I was starting, it told me the order I was going to get, like, face the levels, then it would make more sense to have so many Arcana that basically are the same thing. Also, why is my knockback so absurdly high? Okay. Yeah, like the fact that it doesn't tell me if I'm going to be fighting fire enemies until I start the level means that a lot of the times I take a completely fire-based set and it's like, oh, now you're going to be fighting an enemy that you're weak against. Okay. Why are they able to hit me? I do not know. What's the point of a shield that the enemies can just hit through? I'm assuming it's actually not that they can hit through it, but they'll attack the shield instead of me, instead of the shield actually blocks damage. And by the looks of them, there's a certain amount of damage the shield takes before it breaks. Is that how it's... Or is it a timer? Yeah, the shield seems to last longer when you're not getting hit. Oh, dodge you. Also, it's annoying that the game freezes you in place, like you can't move once you've activated the spell, other than to dash out of it. Which is a bit silly, especially because you can dash out of attacks that seem like they should be keeping you still for a lot longer. but then you also get hit on attacks that it's like my basic attack, and I'm getting hit because I can't dodge, because I clicked. Okay, oh, that was silly. Just ran straight into that guy. Okay. Let's hope my selection of Arcana is better. Yeah, Frost Dash. Let's see. I mean, we'd rather just like unlock as many of these as we can. Probably not gonna use any of them. It's increased armor. This is like, there's no point buying these unless I intend to use them, so I'm more buying them to find out what they do. Okay, there we go, we got something good for once. Offensive, and I click the amulet. The amulet that boosts my damage. But yeah, you'll see what I mean as I go further on and as I unlock more and more of these. Like if I go in here. So we unlocked 2 new things, both of them come under this slot. So what do you do? Does you 2 form a quick of chest knights that leap in the door into your defense. Okay, it seems interesting. If I don't have to control them. Like if it's just it pushes them in that direction, it'll suck. But if it actually, like if they like little familiars, it'll be good. And that looks like crap. So let's try this, because now we have at least 4 different Arcana. Okay, so they just, that's actually cool. They just stay until I attack them, or they just, but basically it's just another shield. Right. Oh, we have one of every type of Arcana. Oh no, there's still Lightning I think, and Chaos that I don't have, but I can't start with them anyway. Okay, we really need a secondary attack. These chess pieces. Again, I mean, you can get hit by them because they're not, like, they don't block the enemy attack, they just make the enemy attack where they are instead. So if you're standing close enough to them, the enemy just attacks through. That's a bit silly, but anyway, gotta get into the feel of the game. Also, they seem to be distractions, so the enemies will attack the chess knights instead of me if the chess knights are encrypted. Okay. Let's see. You're on sale. We need a better secondary, but you're a passive like the knights sort of are, where I don't really use you to deal damage, I use you to distract the enemy. Okay. But yeah, like it's very much like I have a bad set of Arcana at the moment, mainly because I swapped out something that works as a good secondary for something that should really be a third choice, like the ice charge here. The knights would make a better, like, use it occasionally when you have a chance to do lots of damage than what I'm using it for at the moment, which is to try and do aggressive damage. Okay, let's see, map. You can just run. It also, like, it tells you how much of the map you've explored, but doesn't, like, reward you for exploring all of the map or anything. And these pots are more or less pointless to destroy, because, yeah, you can find a small amount of money in them, but there's no real payday to smashing pots. And very rarely do I smash enough pots that it's going to make a difference in the long run for the amount of money I have. We really need to replace this Arcana, it's really hard to use. Alright, let's hopefully find something better. I mean, it worked well there. It seems like a crowd control sort of thing, but also like a weak enemy crowd control, like if there's lots of weak enemies then it'll crush them all. And that's not what I need at the moment. I need something that'll, I mean, knock enemies back for one thing. That'll be helpful. But yeah, like these guys can just attack straight through it. Now I'm trapped inside them because they're like their attack is big enough to actually reach across the wall that they form. See, like, it can hit me even when I'm on the other side of it. So it doesn't block attacks. It destroys projectiles. It doesn't block projectiles. It's the fact that the projectile only hits one thing is the only reason that works. Alright. Well, I mean, we gotta heal. But yeah, a lot of these enemies are like, without the right arcana to take them out, these guys are really easy when you have something that can knock them back. Because you can't stun lock them. If I hit them 3 times, they'll be outside of my stunnable range. Or my arcana takes a second to recharge. So it doesn't... I need something like that's a click, click, click attack, and at the moment, this is not. This is more of a, like, a distraction, like, do that and run away. And then I'll be busy attacking that for at least one turn, and... Okay. Whew, okay. Okay, let's talk to you. Yes, please, please. Yes, okay, you took... So you seem to give Arcana of a similar type, then. Because my option is get a dash, which is going to suck, get a fire type, or a bunch of different earth types. Okay. Weird, wonder what that does. Does that occur a charge to it? Yeah, but more or less because none of the Arcana stack, unlocking new ones doesn't really have a purpose. Take that. Because I believe that's extra armor? Yeah, increases armor. So I'm assuming, because again, the game doesn't really tell you how things work, that'll mean that I take less damage when I get hit. Okay. So don't use that Arcana if you can't charge it, because you won't get to use it. Okay, don't go too close to that. This guy is really easy to take out if you pay attention, because all of his attacks have a long enough wind up that you can just dash out of the way. Yep, okay. Okay, so that attack seems to be that... anything inside the circle maybe gets grabbed. And of course, because I'm fighting a boss, you can't stun bosses, making it completely useless of an upgrade. To the point that because of the boss I'm fighting, I would have been better off staying with the fucking one I had. Yeah, see, he seems to only get hit once. He can get, like, grappled. Okay, another boss beat with half health. Okay. We get a heal and a bunch of gems to unlock all those delicious, delicious Arcana. And more actually just to unlock the relics so that I can pick a relic that's useful. Okay. We really need to fucking find a better Arcana. The Earth ones seem to suck. Like, I only grabbed the Earth one because I was like, I needed a multiple different types to not get those chests that you can't open because the Arcana don't exist in that run. Okay. Also, those chests are kind of like silly because I haven't seen them yet, but there's chests that can only be unlocked by using certain Arcana on them. And if it says 2 lightning, you have to use 2 different lightning spells. You can't just use the same lightning spell twice. Which I can see why they did that. It's to stop you from accidentally triggering it twice when you need like a lightning and then a water. It's because some of the lightnings will attack, like they'll do like a trail or something, and that trail will hit it. But it's kind of like, it's not like they're saying be balanced and have one of everything so you can unlock all these chests. It's like you have to be exactly prepared for these chests, because it'll be like 2 lightning. If you don't have two lightning, two different lightning spells, you can't open this chest. And very rarely is it possible to get two lightnings. Fucking. Also, that's a good sign of the extra armor, except it appears to only be one damage per hit that I'm not taking, because I fell in that pit and took 24 damage. Okay, let's destroy. Yeah, okay, we need a better fucking secondary. This is not working out very well. Ooh, cursed stuff. Let's go. I know what this does. This increases crits for both me and the enemy. Let's see what the golden key does. Increases damage, but stores prices. Store prices are increased. I can't read. I mean, increased damage, you say? Increased damage, but it costs more to buy upgrades and shit. I mean, that's alright. We'll get there. Haha. Okay. Who needs to go to the store when the simple solution is don't take damage and you don't need to buy heals? And a lot of the relics are like, especially when you don't really know what half of them do, are just going to be like, why buy them? Because there's a good chance it'll be like, it upgrades water damage. This one increases max health. I didn't even look what this one does. Oh, shit. Why are you guys in here? Oh, that was close. Okay. I mean, I much preferred that shield that I found. Aha! Okay. That's done. Okay, so we can buy health, which is kind of meh, and also doesn't have its price affected by the curse. I think we wait until we find the Arcana shop and buy an Arcana, because boy dandy does this fucking secondary suck. I mean, I could swap it to my with my tertiary attack, but it's kind of like the attack itself sucks. So I don't think putting it on another key is going to help. Also, because I'm used to using that as my push away. See, if I had something else that was like, if you could hold them still does a lot of damage, it might be good, combo-wise. But it's like, it's not really, because a lot of the time, it's like, they're just getting held there, and it's like I'm just going to attack them if they weren't being held there. It just means I don't have to dodge out of the way as often. And it works nicely for these guys, which also have the fucking annoying tendency to, even after you dodge out of the way, still hit you. Oh, okay. Let's go this way. Okay, we've discovered. Okay, so we need to go back through. Oh, blue. Okay, that is not what I meant to do. Of course, it spawns you out on the bottom, which doesn't really make sense. It should spawn you out on the opposite side to where you went in, so you don't immediately walk back through it because you were holding up. Yes, Arcana shop. Okay, first up, give me the basic slash upgrade. Okay, so we have a final attack, which means we can do more damage, and we can afford some cool shit. That's not a dash, that's a... Okay, that's a basic, so we don't want that, we want this, and then we want to go you and you swap, so that... Okay, I have like a static discharge. Okay, generates a field of electricity that shocks enemies that come in contact. Okay, so more or less that's a poison touch, like if they hit me then they take damage, it kind of sucks. And if anything, we should probably actually just go back to this, because despite that this actually fucking sucks, it's better than having to take damage to deal damage. Okay, let's not die to this guy, and let's make it to the boss this run. Okay. Ah, we missed. Okay. We got this. Ah, nope, we missed again. Okay, there is far too many of those. Okay, we have taken out the final looking guy, and then we go down here, and we should be able to take out most of those with a single fucking... Okay, so what you do with these is you get them all in one area, and you go... Yeah, okay. And we break this, and we pick up the magnet. North. Increases knockback when striking foes. Okay, that explains why my knockback was absurd last time. Because I forgot I picked up the magnet. Okay. I mean, first video made it to the first boss. Not bad. Now, will we be able to beat this boss? Probably not. The only boss I've ever beaten is the Earth boss. Which again is usually because I had fire type attacks. And I'd either fight the fire person who's fucking got an advantage against fire-based attacks, or... And now I'm fighting with a... This is the main problem. I either fight the fire person, who uses fire-based attacks, so they take less damage from fire-based attacks, or I fight this person, who I'd like to point out, uses mostly ranged attacks, when I have no ranged attacks. Okay. Ah, I got me with the last one. I'm assuming you do more damage the longer your combo is. Okay. You gotta get it when she's stunned with that one. Okay. Dodge around. Okay, come on. Okay, 14 hit combo. And... Fuck, they got me. That attack is so bad when you get stun locked by it, because it just keeps hitting you. Okay. Fuck, see what I mean? Like, when you get stun locked by this person, it fucking sucks. Okay. We're almost there. Don't get stun locked again. She could literally kill me with one stun lock at this point. Okay. We beat the Ice Queen. Give me all of your stuff. Ooh, did we finally get something to replace this with? Yes. I kind of missed what that did. Just jump to the next floor. Okay, Earth type based attacks. I don't know what's strong against Earth. Also, it doesn't, like, there's 3 bosses, but 5 archetypes? So, like, they should have had a lightning type or something. And then, it's 3 of the 4 that you verse. Or 2 of the 4, because it give more variety to each floor. Or, like, each run is, it's like, if they told you which of the 3, but not the order that you'll be facing, if you faced either 2 of the 4 or 3 of the 4, and they told you which order, which of them you'd be facing, but not what order you'd be facing them, then you could pick archetypes for each run based on what you know is going to come. Okay, that has a stun to it. As we get so much better at it. Okay. Oh, fuck you. That's some bullshit. Okay, that boosted knockback is absurd. It's enough to, like, literally, like, knock them across the screen into the pits. Ah, shit, these guys jump. Okay, we need to go. Okay. I have too many fucking powers. Okay. This... Okay, map. So we need to go down. So basically what's happening here is I have so many abilities that I can't fucking mentally keep track of them all to use them. Okay. These darts are fucking amazing. Whew. Okay. And of course we walked into the poison. Okay, and again we walked into the poison. Like, I don't know what we were supposed to fucking do there. We're gonna fucking die to this poison, aren't we? Can you die already? Like, all you've done is build a barricade between us so that I can't get to you. Like, you're not even hard to fight. And again, we're in the poison. We're gonna fucking die to poison. Well then, that's the end of episode 1. I'll see you in the next episode, where hopefully we might make it further into the second floor. Or the second stage, I don't know what you'd call it. Oh, it's called stage there. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next episode.